Mm.
And so you invite all the traumas of the world, then you find that in that inclusivity that you're inviting all the strong angels as well. And so what you have is a place where all the healers and the people who need healing are drawn to, which essentially just is
temple.
Well, the kitchen of a community. The place where they're going to be accepted and loved. And then they fall in love with it, and then other forces come in and try and shut it down, and everyone feels sad and dejected, but at the same time they feel a sense of purpose. And so it's grand soap opera.
Yeah. See, I've had this idea of a shared knowledge community where the idea of the space is different. The idea is where people are working all the time, and it's less of a social club, but more of a working arena. And people work on individual projects, group projects, and larger community projects. And they track their time. It's actually very structured, very systemized, and yet taking in more natural principles of how humans can work together. More of a network authority, autonomy for people. But to jump there, to get there, when I've never experienced that. Just like you're saying with community, I've never experienced community. So here's me, who went through tons just dealing with being in the same presence of people.
Right.
Because I used to work alone, or I'm not used to being in that situation where I'm the authority now.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I'm dealing with authority issues with other people, or I have to make a decision, or I'm not making decisions, or I don't want to deal with anything, but there's a whole bunch of stuff that needs to be dealt with. So all of my weaknesses come out.
Yeah, and then that's just an example of the insanity that Babylon brings. It's like just cascading. It's trauma upon trauma upon trauma, and it's like we can't deal with that trauma because we have to have that trauma, because to have this we need to accept that, but then you find that eventually it all comes down to maintaining your sanity, and then you say, well, I guess we don't need that anymore because I definitely can't put up with that anymore.
It's a great training ground to find that oneness.
Yeah.
Because the only way you're going to be happy is end up in the route you've taken, where you've just dropped all desire.
Well, I think of it more as I've accepted that not every desire will happen. So it's like I still have desire. But I'm not going to go crazy if I don't get what I want.
So what's the difference between getting what you want and getting what you need? Because you said that need is not...
Well, it's not real. It's like, you already are everything. And so the idea of need can only exist after a want.
After a want?
Yeah. It's like you want something, so you need something to get that thing that you want. To live, you need to breathe. You don't need to live.
Say that again?
To live, you need to breathe.
Right.
But who's to say you need to live?
Like if I go, okay, I'm hungry, I need some food.
Exactly. And so you don't need food, but to satiate that hunger.
Right.
So it's like you don't need to eat because you can just die. It's like, but to live, you need to eat.
So how is that related to freedom?
Well...
Like what's the relationship between need and freedom?
Well, if we want to be sane, then we need to adhere to truth. And that's, truth is freedom, I guess. You can't have freedom without truth.
I guess where I was seeing was you're truly free when you do not need, because now there's nothing to control you.
Yeah, we lose your attachments.